Okay. So now you're back in prison once again. Now, what prison are you in at this point?
I go through San Quentin. Again, every time I go back, I always go through San Quentin because that's the reception center. But I go through Quentin, I'm either going to Corcoran or Pelican Bay now because I'm validated.
Okay. And so you go back to prison, and by 1997, there's this huge investigation into the Nuestra Familia.
Right.
So tell me about this.
So the investigation you're talking about is called Operation Black Widow. And what it was a 5-year federal investigation. And the whole purpose of the investigation was the feds had this plan to indict NF leadership on a federal indictment. These guys, most of them were doing life. And they figured, you know what, if we indict the leadership and have their sentences commuted to federal prison, we'll disperse them throughout the nation in different prisons, different USPs across the nation. And this will break the organization, which it didn't do that. It actually ended up helping the NF because these guys are recruiting machines. So it helped. We were never able to metastasize outside of the state of California. We were never able to do that like the Mexican mafia. But now you got these guys in federal prison. They start recruiting now. Now it's no longer California's problem. They got regiments popping up in Colorado, Florida, Kansas City. So that's what the investigation was about.
Well, right. You had mentioned in your book that 22 NF members and associates got indicted, which seems kind of a low number considering this is a 5-year, multi-million-dollar, investigation.
Right. Well, there was a lot of unindicted co-conspirators. Their whole thing was they were just going after the top, the upper echelon, the leaders. That's who they were focused on. There would be other investigations that would come later, but they could have indicted a lot more people, like you said. They could have kept it going, but those were the top members right there.
Okay, so at this point, what is your ranking in NF?
And what year are we in right now? 96?
96, 97, 98. Because you get transferred to Corcoran in 99, right?
Right.
So leading up, because you get out in 2004. So leading up to 2004, what's your ranking in the NF?
By then I was a Cat 2. I was a Category 2. So the NF has a category system. Cat 1s are the guys that are just coming in. They're really uneducated. They're learning still. The Cat 2 are guys that know the Constitution, the NF Constitution. It's kind of like the 14 bonds for the NR, but this is the NFs. They call it the Bible. And these guys are they're a lot more educated than the Cat 1s. They've shown that they can break down the Constitution in the correct form. And these guys are the ones that are usually going to get out and become regimental commanders on the streets. And then you got Cat 3s. That's the management level. These guys they're the leadership. It's the spit and shine. They're the ones they're the backbone of the organization.